you guys, it's time for, you know, books. We are going to pull out Perry and see what he has for us. I'm so excited to start a new book. I just am so ready to, like I said, start fresh, get back on track with my goals, my reading goals, my life goals. And yeah, this is the start of that. So let's see what Perry has for us. Normally, I'd be nervous because I'm like, I don't know what Perry gonna pick. But at this point, I'm open. I'm open. I'm open. I'm open. Whew, let's see. I mean, I'm ready to start something new. Let's see. Ace of Spades. Yeah. Let me grab it. Oh, it's back. Let me grab it. Okay, I had to do the absolute most to get this book. It was behind all them books. But yes, Ace of Spades. I'm excited. I have shown you guys this book before in a haul video. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. If you like hauls, I've heard some people mention that this is one of their favorite books. I think that this is about two kids who are in this fancy school, and yeah, some stuff goes down, I think. Oh, and it's kind of giving like Pretty Little Liars, that they're getting text messages and somebody's threatening to reveal stuff. We will see. I'll tell you more about it once I get into it. But I'm so excited to start reading this. I hope it's good. Fingers crossed. We need some wins. So I'm gonna catch you in the next clip. Hello, you guys. So I'm just now coming with an update. I haven't been reading as much. I've just been so up and down, just like tired. You know, I have good days and bad days, but yeah, it's been tough. Also, this book is a little bit thicker than what I'm used to, and it's taking me longer to read it. I've also been taking notes just so that I can come to you guys with better reviews, you know, more thought out analyses and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just been taking me a long time to get through books. Like earlier in the year, I was reading like 5 books a month, maybe more. And now that's just not happening. I probably should have started this channel years ago. And I imagine that as I get closer to my due date, and even, you know, a few months after that, the reading is going to be slowed. I'm not going to be reading as much. But I will do what I can when I can. You feel me? So, yeah, we are here and we are going to talk about Ace of Spades. And I will say this, just to start off, I'm having such a good time reading this. I'm loving it. Sorry if the lighting is like, the sun is going in and out. But yeah, I'm having such a good time. And that might be another reason why it's taking me a little bit longer to get through, just because I'm taking my time with it and I'm really, really liking it. This is probably going to be a 5-star, depending on how it ends. I'm really, really enjoying it. So we have 2 main characters. We have, I think his name is pronounced Devon, because sometimes they call him Vaughn, sometimes they call him Vonnie. So I'm going to assume that his name is pronounced Devon and not Devon. And then we have Chiamaka. I'm guessing is how you say her name. So in the beginning of this book, in the front of this book, we have their class schedules, which I love a visual aid. Anytime we can get a visual aid, I love it. So we'll start with Devon. And I love how you can just flip it And like, no matter like which way you're looking at it, I just love this cover. So Devon, he's from a bad neighborhood. He's not very popular. He doesn't have very many friends. He is gay, and he's one of the only black kids. These two are the only like black kids in the school from what I can deduce. So he is at the school on scholarship. You know, he doesn't have a lot of money. His mom works 3 jobs. He has 2 younger brothers. And so it's really important for him to like make his mom really proud. She doesn't know that he's gay, and he just fears that if she finds out that she will be, you know, disappointed in him, you know, that type of relationship. He's also artsy. So if you look at his class schedule, he has more English and more arts classes. And he is working on an audition piece to get into Juilliard. He has this teacher, Mr. Taylor, and he helps him in this school. So they're seniors, and in this school, the seniors are allowed to miss class in order to do like college stuff, to like if it's going to help them boost their chances to get in college, then they're allowed to miss class. So he spends a lot of his time in the music room, and it's kind of like his safe place. Like he goes there anytime something goes down in the school. That's where he goes to kind of get away and escape. And then we have Chiamaka, or Chia for short. She is like the most popular girl at school. She's worked really hard to get to where she's at. She does come from money, old Italian money. So her mom is Nigerian and her dad is Italian. And she most resembles her mom. Again, the only 2 black kids in the school. So she's very strategic, very manipulative almost. If you look at her class schedule, she has mostly math and science classes. So she's very practical, very analytical, very logical. She went from being like not very popular in middle school to being the most popular girl by the time she's done with high school. So as soon as she got into high school, she was very strategic. Even in the people that she dated, she associated herself with different people to kind of raise her social status. Even if it was fake, like some of her relationships, she was just dating them again, just to like raise her social status and to say that, you know, she would break up with the dude, and, you know, she would do that to give herself some clout and to make other people jealous, make other people wish they were her. She has this best friend who she wants to be her boyfriend. Like that's like next on her list. It looks like they would look good together. The guy, he comes from this like billionaire family or whatever. So not only does she like him, but it's a good strategic move for her. They've been friends for a long time, and eventually, you know, the flirting kind of moves into them like hooking up and stuff. And so at the start of senior year, she's thinking like, this is the time, this is the year where, you know, they become a couple. Unfortunately, he turns her down, and yeah, that's a whole thing. They also, the 2 of them also have a secret between them, something that happened. So that is a factor in this book. So our story starts at Nivius, which is a school. It kind of gives like UK, or like even I'm thinking of, what's the show called? Blood and Water. Like that type of school, like real preppy and real, I don't know what you would call it. But this school is located in America. It's real fancy, real preppy, real prestigious. And they are announcing the senior prefix. When I first was telling you guys about this book, I was saying perfix. it's not prefix, it's prefix. And I forget, it's like a army term type of thing, or I forget. I looked it up, but I forget what it is. It's basically just like a leadership role. So the prefix are being selected. It's the first day of school, and Devon gets selected as one, which is surprising to him. I'm guessing it's surprising to everybody because, again, he's not popular. Um, he stays in the background. So a lot of people don't even really know who he is. However, he is chosen. So that's interesting. And then our main girl, of course, she is chosen, but she is also chosen to be the head senior prefect. So again, she's worked her way up. She's worked hard for this moment. So we're not surprised. Each of our characters have a moment where they feel like this year is going to be different in a good way. Like this year is where things are going to come together and just that good things are going to happen. Our main girl, she wants to get into Yale. So she's like, yeah, this year I'm going to get into Yale. I'm going to make my best friend my boyfriend. And something about the snowflake dance or something. She's going to be the queen of the snowflake dance. Those are her goals. And then we have Devon. He just wants to get into college, preferably Juilliard. And he just wants to make his mom proud. So those are their main goals. And they have a good feeling about it, especially after, this prefect ceremony, choosing or whatever. They get these little pins, and Devon's looking at his pen, and he's like, "Yeah, this is a good sign. This is a good sign." Unfortunately, the book is called Ace of Spades. Somebody named Aces starts to text the whole school secrets about our two characters. So things are not going as they expected them to go. And what's weird is that, like, if Aces sends out a text about Chi, everybody gets the text but her. Same thing with Devon. So yeah, and just so far, where am I? Oh, did I lose my bookmark? Oh, here we go. I'm about halfway in, and yeah, we just go on this roller coaster of secrets coming out and things falling apart, things not going as planned, and them trying to figure out who Aces is and all that. So, like I said, I'm really, really enjoying this book. I feel like it's longer, but I think that that's a good thing because we're getting a lot of good character development, I feel like. And a lot of just good development. Not too much to where it feels like it's dragging on, but I feel like I'm really getting to know both characters. It is dual POV, so some chapters are from Chi's perspective, some chapters are from Von's perspective. So I'm just getting to know the characters really well and just seeing how the different secrets are coming out and how it is affecting their lives, not just in school, but outside of school. And it also has this kind of racial thing going on to where it seems as if Aces is only targeting, the two black kids in school. So that is a thing. And I realized that I kind of like books like that, like young adults that are dealing with some type of racial discrimination or something like that. Think, of course, The Hate U Give, This Is My America, those types of books. I don't know, like, what would you call those types of books? What category would you put those in? Anyways, I tend to like those types of books and rate them high. So this is going in that same category. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The only other thing is just how much I'm loving this cover. I feel like this is one of the best covers from this year. of books that I've read. I love how Chi is on there and she looks real confident, you know what I mean? She looks a little suspicious with the side eye, but yeah, like she looks confident. And that is very similar to how she is described, similar to her character. Like, it makes sense. When we flip over to Devon, he's also given that side eye, but also he doesn't look as confident, I would say. Chia, I feel like her chin is up, and this guy, his chin is not up, but it's kind of, I feel like he's like kind of looking over his shoulder, like, and that's really how the book is. Like, my man, he has to watch out because there's a lot of stuff that he's dealing with. So I don't know, I just really like it. Whoever did this cover, amazing. But yeah, so I'm going to finish reading this. Stay tuned for my final thoughts on Ace of Spades. Hey guys, I am back and I'm here to give you my final thoughts on Ace of Spades. Probably the best book that I've read this year. Probably in my top 5 favorite books. Like, since I started back reading, like, yeah, this is up there. So good. I really loved it. I really enjoyed it. Definitely 5 stars. Like, this starts off a little slow. However, it's necessary. Like, it's a little bit long, you know, it's a little bit slow to start out, but it's necessary because you're really getting some very good character development, and you're getting some good, like, you need all of it, because it's like, as you're getting probably towards like 80% of the way, you are 75%, you are like, things are coming together. Like, you needed all of these little gems. Like, you had to pick up all these little gems along the way so that everything would come together and make sense. And when it finally does happen, like, it's like things are like boom, 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 one after the other. Like, things are just crazy, the type of stuff that was going on in this book. Like, it's a thriller, but it's borderline horror almost. I guess, like, no, I mean, nobody gets killed, I guess, but, well, but I could see it going there. Like, if this wasn't young adult, maybe if this was more adult, I could see it, like, them really taking it far. It reminds me of the TV show Them. Not that I've watched that. I watched like the first season, like a few episodes. It was a little bit, am I thinking of Them? It's Them, right? Yeah. Yes. I think so. Yeah. I had to stop watching that at a certain point because it was getting too scary for me. But I could see them like picking something like this up and just making it even more scary. I guess it is more thriller, but I mean, the stuff that was happening was so creepy. Like, the things that were revealed about the school and the teachers and the students parents and just everything. It was crazy. This book covers a lot of ground. There's racism, sexism, classism, homophobia, and our 2 main characters here are from completely different worlds. Chi, she is just so arrogant and so stubborn. There was times where I wasn't really feeling her, but Devon, I liked him more. I fell in love with him. He was like a sweetheart. I know everybody's saying demure, but his demure nature, his quiet, shy, reserved nature like really made you feel for him and all the things that he was going through, all the secrets and stuff that was coming out about him. It just like both of them, but it just broke your heart. They each deal with their own set of problems. Devon, he is gay, like I've said before, and when people find out about that, they either treat him like a freak show or they torture the poor kid. He also has to deal with being the kid from the poor neighborhood. And so he's the kid on scholarship at the school, He's the poor kid at school while everybody else, has money and things like that. Even she even makes comments about the way that he dresses and where he lives and things like that. So he's dealing with that. On the other hand, we have Chi, who is a black woman in, a white world, a male dominated white world. She's made out to be a slut, she's victimized. Not only is her skin color a problem at school, but it's also a big deal in her home, like in her family life. More on that later. But it's like no matter what she does, it's never enough. Like I said before, she's strategic. She works really hard to get to where she's at, get to the top of the class and things like that. But it quickly becomes clear that none of that is good enough. On top of that, we have this secret entity, Aces, that is trying to really break their spirits and keep them from reaching their full potential. And just to see how like all of these secrets and lies affect these two, it's really, really heartbreaking. Really, really sad, I left this book feeling very like unnerved, feeling very like, I can't find the words, feeling just upset and feeling sad for these two characters. Without saying too much, it's just crazy how real some of the stuff in here was. Like, obviously it's a story, so it's, there are things that are dramatized to make the story good, but I mean, is it too far off from things that could be happening in real life, like to this day? I don't know. And what's also crazy is that, or something that I really liked, is that the author, she was writing this book while she was in college. I guess she was she grew up in South London in the hood, and her town had diversity and a majority of black population. And then she went to Scotland for school, and most of her school was white. So that's kind of where the ideas and things started to, the ideas for this book started to kind of come alive. And so I thought that was interesting. And I really thought, I always love it when like young people write books. Thinking back to like Joy Goffney, like I love her books. Her books are, in my top 5 as well. And I think it's just something about hearing from young people, hearing about their experiences, and just seeing how these stories, like it's true that some of the best stories come from times of pain and struggle. So our author, she was dealing with a lot of loneliness and, just what it's like to be the only black person in your school or in your neighborhood or like in your community. Like that is tough. And I can definitely relate. I definitely can relate, especially like as the book was coming to an end and, just really thinking about all of the themes and things in this book. It was just like, wow. Loved it 100%. Now I want to get into a spoiler, not too much. I'm not going to say too much, but the parents. Where are the parents? In a lot of teen books, especially when stuff is going on, like crazy stuff, why do the kids not tell the parents? I can understand to a certain extent because they had secrets that they didn't want their parents to know about that might, you know, hurt their parents or whatever. So I guess I kind of understand. But after a certain point, like, what would the parents do is my question. What would the parents do in these situations? Because if my child came to me and was telling me the stuff that was happening, oh, we would have some issues. We would have some real serious issues. And my mother-in-law is a lawyer. So, yeah, it's not going down. It's not going down like some, yeah, I don't know. Again, we have a guy who's, you know, in a poor situation. So obviously, you know, his parents may not have had the power. Maybe even her parents may not have had the power. I mean, the other kids at the school, like all the kids at the school except for Devon, they come from a rich family. But for her, it's like maybe not rich enough. You know, when you're dealing with people of power, maybe there's you know, there's a lot of things that is out of your control. What I really wanted to say, there's a part where Chi drags her father. So remember I was saying that her skin color is a problem not only in school but also in her family. So I was saying, I told you guys in the last clip that her dad is, I guess, white Italian. And her mom is Nigerian, and so she resembles her mother more. And her dad's family don't even want her around, her or her mother. They don't want her around at all. So the dad goes to, I guess, Italy every now and then to like check up on the family. And she and her mom used to go, but after a while they stopped going because the family just was not messing with them. And there's a part in here where she's like, you know, I would tell my dad, but I would tell my family, I would tell my dad, but my dad can't even stand up for me to his own family. How he gonna stand up for me with this Aces situation? And I was like, girl, you ate that. Like, you really drug your dad on that one, because that's so true. That's so true. Poor thing. Like, in your own family, you're not accepted. In your own family, you're not enough. Like, your father won't even stick up for you. Like, and what's your mother doing? Like, why is she with a man that won't take up for her and her child? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Either way, this was very, very good. If you had not read it, definitely get your hands on it, because it's so good. I think the reason that I got this on discount is because there's a new cover out. I like the new cover too, but I'm glad that I got this cover because I just love it. So yeah, Ace of Spades, great book.